Hey everybody, welcome back to Horseradish and Honey. My name is Amy and I run a mini homestead here in the Pacific Northwest, very northwestern Washington state. I want to show you today something pretty exciting for us. My daughter Emma just got home with some new chicks and baby turkeys. We've never done baby turkeys before, so we're really excited about this. So today I'm going to show you kind of what our whole setup is with new baby chicks and baby turkeys.
Emma's laughing at the ducks in a row. Molly's chasing chickens through the muddy grove. Lucy's got flour on her freckled nose. We're a long way from where that old highway goes. Horseradish and honey on a chip plate, spicy sweet, just like the life we make.
Alright, so Emma just brought these from Tractor Supply.
You have to get up to the boat, guys. I hear the chirpings. Zoe, look. They're in
These
here.
are the chickens. No, those are the turkeys. These are turkeys? Yeah. Oh.
Let me see. Oh, look at them. Oh, that's a turkey.
Little baby.
Oh.
Turkeys.
Oh.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good?
How are you
Baby.
feeling?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
You can try to wait for it to focus. Yeah.
They're so cute.
In the garage? Hit the little.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't think
Hit
you
the
can
little
see them.
camera button right there.
Wait, do you not see them?
On the top, it'll help it focus. Just a
can.
little tap. There you go.
Guys, you have to put them in here. I want to see them.
All right, let me get the
They're
camera
so
situated
cute.
and I'll show you
Oh my
like them at a better angle. All right, so we are in our garage, which is detached from the house. Some people will put their chicks in like their garage that's attached to the house or their basement or in a closet in their house. That doesn't work for us because I have two cats that are very much so interested in the chickens and the turkeys. So we're gonna do it in our detached garage where we do have electricity to plug in a heat lamp, and then where I can close the door and keep the cats and other pests kind of out. So I will show you what we're doing and how we set up, and the girls are here to help me, so it's always a fun thing to do with your kiddos. Okay, so let's talk heat lamps. I really like this heat lamp because it doesn't have an actual big bulb in it that I feel like could like burst. So I chose this one over some others just because I thought it looked a little bit more safe. This heat lamp comes with a chain attached to it, which has 2 clips on it in different spots. You can adjust where the clips are. So the first one I usually will adjust for the height of the lamp, how high or low I want it to go. And then the second one I'll attach somewhere else. That just keeps it secure in case for whatever reason the first clip breaks or something. The lamp doesn't go falling in with the chickens, which can be obviously a big source of like heat and fire and danger. As far as clarity goes, you can use whatever heat lamp that you find that tends to be something that is safe to be around animals and or has some type of enclosure around where the bulb sits. So I've used ones with the big red heat bulbs before and I've never had a problem myself. There's also some people who really like to just use heat mats, like those things that you use underneath like your seed starters, or a heat mat underneath like sourdough starter, like anything that's okay to have a controlled amount of heat. Some people like the heat mats because they don't have to deal with the bulb at all. Okay, so I wanted to show you when you first get your baby chicks and stuff, a lot of the time they are a little bit cold. You have to remember they can't regulate their temperature at all, which is why you have to have the heat lamp and you should get it on them pretty quick. They also can get dehydrated super, super easy. So you have to kind of show them how to drink water at first, or at least show them where the water is. So like I have this little water dish here. I'm going to set it up here so you guys can kind of see. So when you first get your baby chicks, you have to take them and then dip their nose or their beak into the water so they know where it's at. Because sometimes they just can't find that stuff that fast. What? And I was also told the water, you have to show them where the water's at. I was also told that turkeys tend to not be as let's see, they don't have the instincts that chickens and ducks and stuff do, so I'm dipping their nose in the water so that they can know where it's at. I was also told that turkeys don't have the best instincts and they need like chickens to show them how to eat and drink and when to eat and drink and stuff, and so it's always best when you get some turkeys to also get at least one chick with them so that the chick can kind of show them what to do. But when you're looking at them in here, I don't know if you guys can see, you can definitely see the size difference in the turkeys and the chickens. Yeah, so they'll stay in here until they pretty much get big enough, one, to where they can navigate around the coop outside and get in there, and then also to where they have most of all their feathers. If it was closer to the winter, I would wait until all of their feathers came in, but because we're starting to enter warmer weather, as soon as they're big enough and can navigate themselves around the chicken coop, I'll probably start to put them out there. I also am going to need to get some different chicken wire or poultry netting to put around my fence, my exterior fence in my yard. I'm just realizing that. So yeah, so I got some work to do before these guys can go outside, but they'll be fine in here for quite a while. If the turkeys start to get too big, like what I did with the ducks before, was I actually separated them. I had two setups like this, and one was for the ducks and one was for the chickens. I don't imagine the turkeys will get that big that fast, but again, like I said, I've never had turkeys, so we will just have to see how that goes. But I'm pretty excited. These guys are so cute. Look at him. Super cute. So, and you can see they're all starting to huddle under the light. I put my hand under here. There's two settings. There's like a high and a low setting. And I put my hand down to where the chicks are at. And it's pretty warm down here. And then you always want to have a place that's big enough that if they get too hot, they can go away from the heat. And that way they can get relief over on this side. And then if they're too cold, they can come as close to the heat as they want. So what I usually find is they kind of go back and forth a little bit. And I put their food and water out of the heat. That way they don't feel like they have to be in the heat to do that. That tends to work pretty well. And then this whole thing isn't too big that they can get kind of lost. So yeah, this is what I do with my chicks, and it tends to work pretty well. Alrighty guys, thank you for following. I hope that it was helpful to learn what we do when we have new chickens and ducks and turkeys. It's at least a really good start for anybody who doesn't know kind of where to start. So please like and subscribe if this video was something that you liked, and we will see you next time.
Emma's laughing at the ducks in a